Video is not meant for kids. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello to my friends and subscribers. This is the TFfangeek coming to you with a quick collection update video. It's very late at night and I want to get to bed, so this video will be very brief. But I just want to share with you my latest haul of Transformers action figures, courtesy of Amazon.com. Is where I got all of these. Well, all except for one. One I found at Walmart.com. So to start off with that one, it is the Transformers Retro Deluxe Class Autobot Wheelie. Wheelie's now one of 3 Transformers characters released in the Walmart exclusive Retro line, who is he's one of only 2 that's an entirely brand new mold, but he's an original character that's been released in the Retro line for the first time. The first one was Sea Spray, who I reviewed recently with his Wavemate Brawn and the 2 figures from Wave 1 of the Retro line of Deluxe Class as mini-bot Transformers, which were Gears and Bumblebee. So Wheelie's one of 2 figures in Wave 3 of the Retro line Deluxe Class Transformers figures. His Wavemate Outback I actually bought the same time I got Wheelie, but then Walmart canceled my order for Outback, so at least Wheelie arrived, so I'm grateful that he showed up. But since Outback's the figure I was slightly more excited for, it's a bummer that Walmart canceled my order, but hopefully there'll be other opportunities to get Outback later this year. Here, next up, courtesy of Amazon, I got one of the new Studio Series Deluxe figures, and it is the Studio Series Deluxe Class Transformers Devastation Bumblebee, based on his appearance in the Transformers Devastation video game. I believe Bumblebee might be the first Devastation Transformers character to be released at mass retail. I believe all the other Studio Series Devastation figures we've gotten so far have all been Target exclusives, released under the Target exclusive More Than Meets the Eye collection subline of Studio Series. Actually, I stand corrected. The first one we got at mass retail was Deluxe Class Optimus Prime, so Bumblebee's the second, and then all the other Devastation figures we've gotten so far have been Target exclusives because they were repaints, not new molds. I believe Bumblebee is now the 6th figure from the Devastation line to be given 6th character from the Devastation video game to be given a action figure in the Studio Series line. The others were Optimus Prime, Sideswipe, Wheeljack, and then the Decepticon Elite Seeker and Ground Soldier, who were released in a 2-pack. So yeah, Bumblebee's the 6th Devastation character to be released in Studio Series. Next one is one I was really excited for to finally get a hold of. I thought I was going to never get this figure and add it to my Transformers collection. I passed on it back in the day when it first came out. It's a vintage Transformers figure, and I reviewed several figures from this group already on my channel, which I got last year in 2025, but here is the from the first 2007 live-action Transformers movie line. And here is the Walmart exclusive Deluxe Class Decepticon Dive Bomb. He is a repaint of the Transformers Cybertron Deluxe Class Thundercracker figure, and even though the Cybertron Thundercracker figure is not considered the best figure from fans of the Transformers Cybertron line, of which I am one myself, personally, Cybertron Thundercracker, his alt mode is where he shines most. Cybertron Thundercracker is one of the figures where I think his alt mode is better than his robot mode. Dive Bomb is the 3rd, and he ultimately ended up being the final use of the Cybertron Thundercracker mold. He has the least, he has the most colorful paint job because it's this very bright, almost highlighter school bus yellow with brown desert camouflage painted all around him. It's not the best paint job ever, but at the time when the first live-action Transformers movie came out back in 2007, Hasbro wanted to expand the number of action figures and characters released in the 2007 first movie line, and the most recent Transformers line of action figures that had been released right before the first live-action movie had been Transformers Cybertron, and as a result of that, a lot of the figures from the Transformers Cybertron line were repainted and released as live-action movie Transformers characters. And for fans who watch the Transformers Cybertron cartoon series, here is the box art of the faces of the Transformers characters for the live-action movie that were from the Cybertron cartoon. These box art drawings of the faces of these Transformers action figures is the closest we got to seeing characters from the Transformers Cybertron cartoon series in live action. So yeah, Dive Bomb is he's one of the, as I said, a lot of fans consider the Cybertron Thundercracker mold to not be the greatest of the Cybertron line, but Dive Bomb at least does a decent job of utilizing the Thundercracker mold, which is true for all of the first live-action movie Transformers action figures that are repaints of Cybertron action figures. Here on the back of Dive Bomb's box, he has advertised figures I've already reviewed on my channel, Big Daddy and Grindcore. There's also Jolt. I do have Jolt. I got him at the same time I got Big Daddy and Grindcore last year in 2025, so yeah, I might just do a... If I review Dive Bomb, I might just do a double review of both him and Jolt at the same time. Because they're the last of the Walmart exclusive figures that I've been able to find on Amazon for a decent price, and I've been able to add to my Transformers collection. So yeah, there's Dive Bomb's box. You got Ox, and this is how you can tell this is a vintage Transformers action figure. Features on the box that aren't included on modern Transformers boxes. You got a full paragraph bio explaining who Dive Bomb is. You got tech specs showing all his strengths and weaknesses. And the subline of the Transformers figures that were released during, I believe, waves 2 and 3 of the live-action movie line. They were released under the subline known as All Spark Power, in which they had power life, in which they were basically these are Transformers that started off as Earth-built machines built by humans who weren't alive and were just lifeless vehicles, and then they were granted life with the power of the All Spark. And that's who Dive Bomb was. I don't know of any militaries who've ever painted fighter jets in this, even if it was for desert camouflage paint job. I don't know of any real-life militaries who used bright school bus yellow with a brown camouflage splotches on the side there. But yeah, Dive Bomb's a pretty interesting deluxe figure in his own right. There were 4 figures I got in this latest haul of Transformers. The 4th and final one is the one I was most excited out of all these 4, even Dive Bomb, and it is this guy right here. This is the Transformers Armor Synergenics Godzilla Double Anniversary Leader Class Optimus Prime action figure. So yeah, this celebrates the 2 anniversaries of the 40th anniversary of the Transformers in 1984, but also the 70th anniversary of Godzilla, whose first ever film was released back in 1954. You got some nice artwork of Godzilla here on the box. It wraps around the corner here. But if you have the Godzilla Megatron figure that's designed to stand opposite this Optimus Prime action figure, then the box art of those 2 figures combines together and makes a mural with Godzilla being at the centerpiece of the image between both boxes of both action figures. I do have the Godzilla type Megatron figure. I got him almost a year ago when he first came out. Between both of the Godzilla action figures, Optimus Prime has been the more hard to find one for me to obtain, and due to the simple fact that I was able to get the Godzilla type Megatron figure almost a year prior to getting him. But yeah, the Godzilla type Optimus Prime figure, he's the 5th use of the Transformers Legacy Leader Class G2 Laser Optimus Prime mold that was released back in 2022. I reviewed all the other versions of the mold so far. If and when I get around to reviewing this guy, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show off a size comparison of him with his mold mates due to the fact that he's the 5th one. So the Megatron on a Godzilla figure, he's based directly off of Godzilla himself. Even though it's Megatron and it has a Megatron head sculpt, it's actually the Godzilla Megatron figure is a repaint of the Studio Series 86 Leader Class Grimlock figure, since it transforms into a T-Rex. And Optimus Prime, he's based off the I just lost the name for it, but he's based off of the Mega Godzilla Illa figure, and it even says on the front of the box that he's supposed to be Mega Godzilla. So the fact that he's not a T-Rex and he's the same semi-truck that Optimus Prime transforms, that G2 Laser Optimus Prime transforms into, that's been a put-off for some Transformers fans who are also Godzilla fans and collectors from getting this figure. But someone pointed out that in alt mode, the paint job for the type of truck that the Godzilla Optimus Prime figure transforms into, it's based off one of the science research trucks that was from one of the Godzilla movies that was trying to track Godzilla down, so technically it is kind of accurate there. And in robot mode, Optimus Prime's paint job is based very much off of the Mega Godzilla from the films, even right down to the fact that his shoulder towers are blue when most of the rest of him is this bright silvery white. Right, so yeah, really interesting how Takara Tomy designed these 2 action figures. But yeah, that is my latest haul of Transformers action figures. The Illers from courtesy of Amazon and Walmart. From Walmart, I got the Retro Wheelie figure. Hopefully I'll be able to get Outback sometime in the near future. Then from Amazon, got the Devastation Studio Series Bumblebee. My latest vintage Transformers action figure, which is the 2007 first movie Decepticon Dive Bomb figure. I passed on this guy back in the day when he first came out in 2007 because I didn't think he looked that interesting, but years later I realized I might have made a mistake passing him up, and so I don't regret getting him now on the aftermarket off of Amazon. And lastly, I got the Godzilla type Optimus Prime to stand opposite the Godzilla Megatron figure I got last year. I got the Godzilla Megatron figure originally because I wanted to repurpose him as Shattered Glass Grimlock, since I missed out on the Shattered Glass Grimlock action figure, and I was going to use the Godzilla type Optimus Prime figure as Generation 2 Ultra Magnus, but now that I have them both in hand, I might just use them as the figures they were designed to be from the Godzilla type universe. But oddly enough, in the Godzilla films, it's ultimately revealed that Godzilla is not, even though he's the king of monsters, he actually protects the world from being destroyed. He actually protects human beings from being destroyed by all other monsters. And so it's ultimately revealed that Godzilla is actually a protector of humanity, not a destroyer. And so the fact that human beings created Mega Godzilla to fight Godzilla and try and stop him, that's the biggest trend in the Godzilla films and the Godzilla franchise, is that the ultimate plot twist is that Godzilla is revealed to actually be a hero, not a villain. And so Mega Godzilla, even though he's built to be a hero, ironically he ends up being the villain, with the plot twist with Godzilla actually protecting humanity, not defending it. But the reason why people are originally afraid of him in the films is because he basically arrives and saves humanity from being destroyed by other monsters using the most destructive means possible, due to primarily the fact that first and foremost Godzilla is a giant dinosaur, or who towers over modern skyscrapers. But you get the idea. So I've already babbled on longer than I wanted to, so thank you guys all so much. This has been the TFfangeek, bringing you my latest haul of Transformers action figures. And until next time, you guys, please remember to stay safe, stay healthy, and until next time, you guys, remember, collecting is a lifelong hobby. As long as you enjoy it, it's a hobby that lasts forever. And so until next time, transform and roll out. Goodbye, everyone.